on the issue of party formation, it's a reflection of the fact that the Namibian political system allows parties to form and that there's not a high cost of entry. So it's very easy to form a political party. It's also relatively easy to gain representation, a single seat in parliament. It's a couple of thousand votes. But that doesn't say anything about the effectiveness of that party or the effectiveness of that party in parliament. I don't think parliament has become more effective. I think, in fact, the opposite has happened. Just yesterday and the day before, we had this publication in the newspapers about the number of bills passed and so on. I think we're blaming COVID. What I've been trying to do is to say many of these trends that we're observing has started long before COVID. So the number of political parties that are in parliament or that are participating in elections, South Africa had 48, right? Mm. That doesn't say anything about the quality of the parties, and I think that's where we're lacking. Our institutions, they're there, and we almost govern by indicators. We want the right number of women in here, we want the right number of this in there, but it doesn't say anything about the quality, and I think that's what Namibians are commenting on. I don't see their lack of voting as apathy. I think it's a failure of political parties to inspire people to register to vote, to inspire people to actually incur the costs of voting, because parties have run out of ideas. Mm. We are, at this point, seemingly framing our presidential debate for the ruling party as whether we're ready for it to be a woman or not, or a woman or not. The point is, we're in trouble. We need somebody that can inspire voters. Most of the people who've stopped voting are ruling party supporters. They've not re-engaged with the opposition, which I think says something about the opposition. And in a democracy, there's no change in the status quo unless those who joined or left the ruling party joins an opposition force who then succeeds to achieve a victory. So for me, the whole thing is we need to get away from this ticking the boxes into making substantive differences. And I think we haven't seen those. We have, we use an indicator, what we call the effective number of votes, parties based on votes. We had it was around 2.3 in the beginning, in 1989, meaning we had almost two equally sized parties if you put everything together. We're now just over 2 again. It's the first time, but it's still not a reflection of the strength and the quality of these smaller parties. If we lump them together, they're just about 1.